Okay. Right, hey guys, how are we doing? Back on another video from Gigguk of his second channel, Gaunt. And today we're checking out the Anime Awards. I'm back. ... So, going off of the first frame we have here, voting on the Crunchyroll Anime Awards 2024. This is probably him going through all the nominations and picking who he thinks should win. And I seen a thing as well saying that he's going to be doing a stream. I think Crunchyroll have been in touch and said he could stream the awards as they're happening, kind of thing. So that's pretty cool as well. But anyway, let's get into this, shall we?
What we are going to be doing today is we are going to be going through the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. We are going to be going through every single category and voting on what we think should be the winner. This stream isn't sponsored, but this year Crunchyroll decided to sponsor me for an official watch along.
There you go. Yes, I thought I'd seen this. This is sick.
When the Anime Awards are streaming, that I believe is going to be a few months away.
2nd of March, January, February. All right.
I'm going to be skipping the best voice artist performance for English because I am Rhodes. I'm not 100% sure what percentage we have for voting this year, but I believe it's getting less and less and less. So hopefully this will not be so much of a popularity contest. Right, guys? Right? Surely, right? Touch.
Because is Demon Slayer on this? Because if so, it's going to be up there. It just does every time in it.
Cardboard. I'll touch that. Card.
And I'm trying to be all like, ooh, Demon Slayer, but then I'm actually hoping to go to the cinema next week. Is it next week or the week after to go see the viewing of the last 2 episodes, and then the look at the first new episode of the new season, just because the cinema's literally a 10-minute walk from my house and they never show anything anime related, hardly ever. So the fact that they're showing that, I'm like, oh, I want to go see that.
Well, we're starting off with the best voice acting performance in Japanese.
Okay.
In nominations are Anya Forger, Denji, Monkey D. Luffy, Bocchi, Gojo, and Eren Yeager.
Well, Gojo, Eren definitely should be up there. My God, he was absolutely fantastic. Denji, maybe.
None of these really left such
Gojo doesn't scream out to me like, wow, such amazing voice acting though.
a huge impression on me. Like, for
I'll not say it's bad. Jeez, no, I just think that, but then
example, Yukikaji, Eren Yeager. I feel like Eren was barely in the final episodes of the
No, he was. Yeah, but when he was in there, it's dead emotional.
final season. The whole point was that they were trying to stop Eren. He had some scenes at the end, but he didn't leave as much of an impact as he did for previous seasons. Denji, Chainsaw Man still cooking. Anya is Anya. This is just pure.
Wait, so what else? Okay, class. Cool. Alright, she got some...
consistency. You know what you're going to get with Anya. I think Gojo's going to win because it's fucking Gojo.
Just because it's Gojo and it's JJK and it's absolutely kicked ass. What else have you got? Captain America? Oh, must be from the video game. I was going to say, what? Oh, cool! Alright.
But, oh no, this, okay. So, with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, I need to remember that Fall 2023 is not included, so that does not include the Shibuya arc.
Oh!
One Piece had some
Alright, so it's the prequel bit then with Gojo still. All right,
massive fucking moments this year. I mean, we got to see Gear 5 in animated form in 2023.
Oh, of course, legend.
I'm going to give it to Bocchi for this one. I think out of everyone, Bocchi just personified that fucking cringy social anxiety side of you that you wish didn't exist. Moving on to best ending sequence.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm gonna have to remember these ending sequences, guys. I watch ending sequences. I do seen all of these endings. The only one I actually remember.
That's awkward though, because with Chainsaw Man, every episode had a different ending sequence, didn't it? So they've chosen one specifically for it. Ha!
Is Mephisto. I mean, this became a meme for a reason, right? This became a meme for a reason. You hear the beginning of this ending start playing, and you're like, oh man, shit's gonna happen. Someone's gonna drop the fattest bombshell of all time. Oh my god, the musician is Queen Bee.
Queen Bee.
My mind has been broken, guys. My mind has been absolutely broken. All right, moving on to the best opening sequence. Something I actually have an opinion about.
Because most people watch the openings. Come on.
I think Kickback, Innocent.
Yo, Kickback was so good. Kickback was amazing. JJK's first one was okay, but I think people remember that You Are My Special more. Hell's Paradise was good, but I think with all these, I would definitely go with Kickback, man.
Arrogance and Idol are all pretty much in a class of their own. Innocent Arrogance and Idol were, I believe, my top 2 openings of 2023. If you're not counting the full season. So I chose Idol over Innocent Arrogance, even though I fucking love this opening as well. And I love the studio that animated this opening as well. Which leaves this between Idol and Kickback. This is so difficult because I love Kickback as
with me.
Such a unique
I've not seen that, so I'm just completely just like Kickback right now.
Opening. The song is not your typical shonen-esque anime opening as well. There are so many Hollywood references.
The animation's sick as well.
This is one of the openings where I heard
cool.
the first time and I thought, that's a bit weird. And then the more I watched it, the more I'm like, okay, actually, this
really
bangs.
freaking
And then there
awesome,
is Idol.
yeah.
Idol is bloody iconic at this point. This became like the first Japanese song to top the global Billboard 100 charts, and I think it absolutely deserves it. It's one of the few actual songs that I actually went out and searched for the lyrics afterwards because I was like, I want to learn a bit more. I want to learn a bit more about what the vibe is. And once I got that appreciation of how good the lyrics are and how much they pertain to the anime, and on top of the banger fucking song and the great opening, I think I gotta give it to Idol, man. I think out of both of these, I'm going to still be listening to Idol more than I am going to be listening to Kickback. But it's so fucking
Kickback's so
Oshinoko
good,
just
though.
fucking sweeps in terms of opening and endings, man. Moving on to Best score. Okay, so we got Oshinoko again. Attack on Titan final season, the final chapters, special one.
Music was
Bocchi the
fantastic
Rock,
in that.
Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba,
Oh, well, it's Demon Slayer, isn't it? Come on, let's go.
and Suzume. This one is between Bocchi the Rock and Chainsaw Man. I really loved the atmosphere of the Chainsaw Man OST.
Yeah.
Kensuke Ishio is one of my favorite composers. I don't think Chainsaw Man is his most memorable.
With silent voice, very cool. All right, okay. Is that Ping Pong? Is that what it was?
Work. But in terms of just building that atmosphere to go with the kind of like direction that Chainsaw Man takes, it does a fucking incredible job in making this show feel cinematic as the visuals, made it look. But Bocchi had some really catchy songs. The problem with Bocchi is that it had really catchy songs, but I only remember the insert songs, man.
Wow. I need to watch
like
this
I'm gonna
anime,
give
man.
this one to Chainsaw Man. I'm too big of a simp for Kensuke Ishio, man. I'm too big of a simp, man.
Okay.
He
I
is
did
my favorite
really enjoy
composer.
the music in
And then
Chainsaw
Kevin
Man.
Penkin enters, and I'm like, oh no! All right, best anime song. Okay,
Ooh.
well this is okay. Well there we go. Bocchi fans, here you go, Bocchi. I feel like it's weird that most of these are openings that are already nominated. For
Yeah, that's weird. That is
Moving
strange.
on to must
Protect.
at all cost
Okay.
character. Why is my
Who have we got? Soletta Mercury can... Yeah. Although, Pochita isn't in it that much. Out of all these, I'd probably say Soletta after being like that, even though the second half of Witch from Mercury really pissed me off. She's really cute, really adorable, and yeah.
All right, so we have Anya Forger, obviously a staple of this category. We have Boji. We got Miri from Buddy Daddies. We got Pochta, and we got Soletta Mercury. She
So
does
adorable.
protecting. from her own fucking mother against these
Oh yeah,
other
that's true. Actually,
characters.
when you think about how
I
bad
don't
she
know.
is. Yeah.
W War Criminal R. Eren Yeager's like, finally, a worthy contender. I feel like Miri is a more realistic Anya Forger. Everyone looks at Anya as like, oh, the perfect fucking anime kid. Oh my god, she's so cute. She needs to be protected. Miri, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, sometimes she's just an annoying little piece of shit, but you know what? She's my annoying little piece of shit and needs to be protected. And I feel like she has a more realistic representation
See, I've not
of
seen
what
this, so I don't
raising
know.
real kids are like, man. Of course, we've talked about Boji before. An adorable kid, but I don't know how much more he needs protecting, man. Did you see some of the later fights in the season? He is strong as man. He can protect himself. Then we have Pochta. Oh,
Hardly in it.
the doggo, the cutest little devil.
It is
of all
cute.
time.
Like, it is nice, but come
He's
on.
dead. He can still be protected, man. He can still be
He's not
protected.
really dead.
He's a
He
good
lives
boy.
on
He's a
within
good
Denji's
boy,
heart.
man. He's a good boy. Bocce,
Quite
do you
literally.
need protecting? I don't think Bocce needs protecting. Bocce needs less protecting, man. Bocce needs to experience the real fucking world, okay? She needs to go out to the world unfiltered, no protection, and experienced life, because that's how she's going to grow. God damn it. I think I'm going to go with Miri. She is not going to win. She is absolutely not going to win. She doesn't have like the perfect behavior of like the great anime daughter. She's just a fucking kid, man. She's just a fucking kid that needs a good dad, and that gets my vote. Maybe I have some fatherhood in me after all, man. Moving on to best supporting character.
Oh, Yamcha.
This can't go
Reagan!
to anyone else other than Reagan.
Hey, yeah.
I'm going to be a bit
So
sad
wait.
when Go.
Let's see though, because I'm very much like Reagan. Let's go. Hanji, okay. Power, okay. Ghetto, oh, Gojo. You got Ghetto and Gojo. They're like the main characters in that first opening bit, aren't they? It's about them. But I don't, yeah, Reagan. Reagan definitely. That's so weird. Like, I know that they're not the main character within the whole anime, but like in that first prequel bit, Gojo and Geto were the main characters, weren't they? Like what?
Gojo wins this one because I know he's going to win this one because he's fucking
Gojo.
Satoru Gojo. But come on, man.
Reagan's
There
the
is no one
best.
that has had such amazing development.
Mate, yeah, at season 3, at the end, when he comes up and he starts talking to Bob about it, oh my
As a
god!
supporting character as Reagan is. And also, did you see the ending of Mob Psycho Season 3, man? Did you
Yeah,
see
that's what I'm
the
talking about.
ending of Mob Psycho Season
So good.
3? Okay, yes, he is a liar, he is a fraud, but when the bases are loaded, he will be there and he will care for you. And just seeing his development over the course of Mob Psycho as a whole, this man is a king. And, you know, Gojo, he's strong, he's cool, he's sexy, okay. Let me talk about who the real fraud in this list is, guys.
Yeah.
We're talking about frauds here, and it's a Reagan versus Gojo. Moving on to best main character. This is a very, very, very hotly contested
Thorfinn!
category right now.
What a character development.
This is what makes it really hard.
Yo, oh, come... No. I mean, you see, I don't... Okay, right. They're all great. I don't know. Out of all these, because again, Eren wasn't in it that lot, but I love Thorfinn, man. Yeah, it's just Thorfinn.
These are all amazing nominations. And then you get to Mob and Thorfinn. This is not fair. I do not want to fucking choose between these two main characters.
Last season was phenomenal for Mob, weren't it? But Thorfinn as well is just... I think out of the two, I think I'd go with Thorfinn.
Because these two have some of the most amazing
Yeah,
developments
they do.
of any main
They
character
really
we've
do.
seen in the last 10 years.
Ah.
I think Mob Psycho is possibly, now that it's over, the best anime, the best modern anime we've had in the previous decade. And I love
Yeah, for something
Mob
that has a beginning and end as well, like a 3 seasons clumped together, it's magnificent.
philosophy of working hard to self-improve yourself. And this character exemplified that.
God.
And on the other side,
Yeah.
we have Vinland Saga Season 2, Thorfinn, which is just
I have
an
no
absolute
enemies.
masterpiece of storytelling. Thorfinn's transformation is one of the
phenomenal.
most amazing things you can get to bear witness to in this medium. I think both of these have a journey and transformation that can really affect you, not just when you're watching this anime, but outside of anime as well. But I think there is just a power with Vinland Saga that can't be touched. I think there's a reason why the philosophy of Vinland Saga went outside of anime and just became a meme, became one of the only positive memes that we saw last year. I gotta give it to Thorfinn, man. Oh, that hurt. That hurt so much, man.
Thorfinn,
that hurt so much.
Let's go.
All right. Oh, best slice of life. Okay, we have Bocce the Rock. Obviously, a great slice of life. Do it yourself.
This seemed really cool. Got recommended by a lot of people, but I did not watch this myself either.
So comfy vibes as well. This definitely awakens the inner dad in me that wanted just to buy power.
Oh, I never watched The Missing Pieces either. I've watched Horimiya, like, you know, as we'll call it season 1. I watched all that, but I never watched The Missing Pieces. I really enjoyed Horimiya.
Power tools and start
I've not watched
making shit.
any of
We had
these.
Horimiya, which I think I would count more as a romance. Same thing with my love story with Yamada-kun, and I think with Insomniacs After School as well.
Yeah, they all seem romantic in the way that
But I don't know if
seen
this is
them.
going to surprise anyone. But I do have a favorite in here.
Bocce.
And it is Skip and Loafer.
Oh.
Skip and Loafer, out of everything that I watched last year, gave me the biggest f***ing smile. It doesn't feel like it has that anime filter kind of slice of life. This felt like a genuine slice of life with genuine teenage characters just living their teenage life. I gotta give it to Skip and Loafer. Moving on to best drama.
What we got?
There's not really much competition here, guys. To Your Eternity Season 2
Yo! I loved it.
I don't think it hit me as hard as Season 1
Right, I agree, but I still really enjoyed it. I thought it was phenomenal.
did. My Happy Marriage, I've really tried to get into it. Heavenly Delusion, I think,
I need to watch
was one
that.
of the most
I need to watch it.
interesting series that I saw last year. But I more see this as a really compelling mystery. I think the most compelling drama I saw in Oshinoko was probably episode 1. What about the cyberbullying arc? That was good, but definitely not as hard-hitting as episode 1 was. Attack on Titan final season, like I said, this was the ending to a legendary series. But that was pretty much
right, so the actual final bit is not part of it. Oh yeah, it's the special one, because there's 2, isn't there? Okay, which was still good. That had the Hanji moment then, didn't it? With the fighting the massive titans and that, and that was emotional and stuff. Suppose out of all these, though, I'd go with season 2 of Vinland Saga.
shit. So this
Personally.
has got to be in Vinland Saga.
Oh,
man.
okay.
I don't think many things can touch Vinland Saga. So we're going to go with that. Okay.
Best fantasy. Here we go. Oh
Oh, it's gonna win, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting PTSD. The undisputed heavyweight champion of best fantasy, Demon Slayer, versus Hell's Paradise. Now, with Hell's Paradise,
That was great.
I really loved the world of Hell's Paradise.
Yeah.
I thought
it was a really good setup for what could potentially be a really cool world building. Like it's so interesting. Yeah, I really liked Hell's Paradise. It was class. They killed so many people. You got used to so many people, and then they killed them, and it's like But yeah,
loved that this was a fantasy world that kind of took a lot of inspiration from much more, let's say, Buddhist imagery instead of going for your like typical Tolkien-esque fantasy, and just how dangerous the world seems. It felt like
Deadly,
I was more
very
interested
deadly.
in Hell's Paradise when we knew less about the world. Magic and muscle, One Punch Man, Harry Potter in it. You know, when I look at this, I feel like this is more shonen-esque kind of thing. Mushoku Tensei is, of course, not just one of my favorite fantasy anime,
mate, I
but my
loved it.
favorite isekai.
I thought it was really up there. Like I couldn't believe that. Like what was the video? It was like, yeah, and then you've been tricked into watching a slice of life anime. Haha. I think it might. Who was it? Might have been Annie News that mentioned that. It was like, oh yeah, but it was really interesting. I thought it was Rudy's grown, man. Bah. There's a joke there as well.
Anime as well. I think that season 2 might have showed off less of its world, and this was more about character development.
It was very
and
focused on characters
drama.
this time around.
This season of Mushoku Tensei, in terms of just being a pure fantasy, I wouldn't vote for it as much. Ranking of Kings, this makes it hard. I didn't watch these two, and I feel like if I did, I feel like Magus Bride would take it, but
Ooh.
it feels disingenuous to vote for something I didn't watch.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Out of everything, I would like vote Mushoku Tensei, but I don't know. You know what? I'll do it because I know it has no chance of winning anyway. I honestly think
Demon Slayer.
is going to win this one.
Definitely.
Because it has even weaker competition than it did last year.
Oh, God.
And then it's still won. Best action. So we got Attack on
Demon
Titan
Slayer.
final season, final chapters. Now, one thing I will say is that when Mappa took over the reins,
I'm sorry, as soon as I see that list, I'm just like, Jujutsu Kaisen. Best action, Jujutsu Kaisen has got this. Come on.
from Studio Wit, it definitely felt like a step down with the first part of the final season. But I feel like as the season went on, as more and more seasons got released, their animation just got better.
It did improve as
Then
it
we
went
got
on,
Chainsaw
yeah.
Man, also had some great action, but I think it is outclassed against its other competitors that came this year. We got Demon Slayer, which I think was the weakest season of Demon Slayer so far.
Definitely. Not to say it was bad, but he's right. It is the weakest season. It just had that phenomenal twist ending, and it was just like, JJK.
That leaves Bleach 1000 Year Blood War arc versus Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Even though we're not talking about the Shibuya arc, which is, in my opinion, some of the best
Phenomenal.
collective action
It's
we've ever seen in a
phenomenal.
single season. I still love the action in the Hidden Inventory arc.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
absolutely
the pure entity that
Toji
was, and just seeing him absolutely destroy these characters that you think are untouchable
Invincible, yeah.
was such a sight to behold. I'm going to go with Jujutsu Kaisen Season
JJK,
2.
yes.
Moving on to Best comedy. Normally this is the hardest one.
What we got? Not seen, no, seen a little bit, not seen. I cannot
to vote
say.
for because I don't find a lot of anime funny. There is one anime on this list that genuinely made me laugh out loud, and that is Bocchi. This is the closest I've gotten to the British kind of cringe comedy. Like, the scene I always remember is there's an episode that ends, and it's just Bocchi being happy that she made friends, and she's just lying by herself, and then she's just looking up at the ceiling, and then she just does this. The episode hard cuts on the ending. And I laughed so freaking hard because
That does seem like good timing.
I don't wanna
That does
say
seem
I've been
really
there,
good timing.
But
Like, oh my God.
I feel you so hard. Yeah, Bocchi gets this one easy for me.
Okay.
Man. Moving on to best romance.
Romance.
So I already voted Skip and Loafer
Okay. Okay, let's just, yeah.
for best slice of life. I feel like its romance aspects wasn't as strong as the other contenders. Toma-chan is a girl. Didn't really feel that one. You know, it was fine. I am very, very surprised that The Dangers in My Heart isn't nominated this year. For this one, I've got to give it to Insomniacs After School. What I really love about Insomniacs After School is that this is a show where you can see that it's not exactly like these two main characters. They have their shared interest, and that shared interest is just f***ing sleeping. Just
Yeah,
f***ing sleeping.
it's nice,
So
it's
you can
chill.
feel
Just-
this genuine chemistry between them. And I feel like
That
that
looks a
genuine
bit
chemistry is
creepy,
something
but okay.
that you don't get to see so often. You are rooting for these two characters to like really get to know each other and really get together because it feels like it should be. We still have more to see, but I just loved the chemistry between the two main characters of Insomniac After School. So I'm going to give it to that. All right, best art direction.
Ooh.
The one that stood out to me in terms of just
Right before he gets into it, it's on 100's opening episode. Wow, yes. JJK, boom. Hell's Paradise had like some really interesting art stuff going on. Demon Slayer is just like, I say just. I'm used to the ufotable stuff now with like the 3D rendered backgrounds with the 2D foreground action going on. Looks really good. Chainsaw Man's stuff was up. This is difficult. This is actually, now that I'm trying to say, I've not seen Oshinoko again, so. But Zone 100 didn't stay consistent with the stuff that it did in the first episode. It's either JJK or Hell's Paradise for me, because Demon Slayer, I'm trying to be like Gigguk could be like, I don't want to just vote for Demon Slayer all the time, but yeah.
Art direction, it's probably Zone 100. Even if it's just that first episode that really, holy shit, you see zombies getting cut down and people just burst full of different colors. I think Zone 100 takes this one. Now, here's the one. So we have Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man,
I think JJK's got this
Heavenly
one.
Delusion, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Vinland Saga Season 2. I'll tell you what, this is hard. Who the f understands cinematography? We're all just f***ing pretending to understand what cinematography is, guys. We're just f***ing pretending. But if I can just put on my Reddit fedora for just a second.
I have a degree in media and film and television.
Chainsaw Man felt so f***ing cinematic. Sometimes
It really
what
was.
feels
It really
cinematic
was.
is you just change the aspect.
All right, don't be like that. But yeah, like the way it would do different like aspect ratios, the zooming in, the different kind of like camera work and stuff was great. But like the way JJK just like does so many quick cuts and so many different like, and you see everything. It's not like it's like some anime. It's like you get the punch and then they do all the quick camera like to make it look like loads has happened. JJK, you see every hit and everything going on, and it's like wow. I think JJK's got this
ratio, and you're like, okay, my job is done. What Chainsaw Man did
that was
with
phenomenal as well, though. That was really cool. That like aerial kind of shot. It reminded me of kind of like The Shining opening, where it's got the aerial shot of the car just moving up towards the hotel that they're going to stay at. But if you ever watch that, look carefully for like a couple of seconds. You can see the helicopter's shadow that's actually filming the shot.
Gave it
anyway.
the cinematic feel, and it just gave it a different kind of atmosphere through every single episode. It really lets some of those quieter moments just breathe.
Well, yeah, this was anime only as well. This was like really cool put together, where it was just you got making the coffee and that.
I remember those scenes more than some of the action scenes, and I think if I would pretend to understand cinematography for just a bit, I probably got to give this one to Chainsaw Man.
I mean,
we
fair.
go on to Best Director, which, you know, I look at direction, I look at cinematography, I'm like, I feel like that's the same thing. My limited knowledge is like, yeah, sure. Like, Heavenly Delusion, I think, was the underrated show of last year. I think there are some scenes out of every show. This is the show that probably terrified me the most. It made the unknown so fucking terrifying because you did not really know what was going on behind the scenes. You were given enough information to get a small picture, but never enough to see the full picture. I just talked about the amazing cinematography and direction of some scenes in Chainsaw Man. I would say the same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 as well. The first arc in Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, I can't put my finger on it, but you play that first episode and you're like, this feels really, really different to the first season. I honestly think, in terms of like purely story, this is more interesting to me than anything that I've seen in Jujutsu Kaisen so far. And then we get to Bocchi. And I think the director did something incredible in terms of adapting the manga of Bocchi, because it is totally f***ing different. They went so far and beyond to make this a unique show. Bocchi really, really shouldn't have blown up as much as it did. But I feel like a lot of that was due to the direction.
Right.
And of course, there's Attack on Titan final season, final chapters as well. And what stood out for me for this was the rumbling scenes. I think the sheer horror.
It's horror. It is horror. It's just
gave me some of
what you
the
see.
hardest hitting moments of just raw human emotion. This is hard, but I think what edges this out is, I think all of these shows, except maybe this one, all of these shows would have gotten notoriety, whatever director they had. But I don't think that Bocce would have even been on people's radar without the fan.
Right. And then the stream died for like the 5th time that day, but I voted Bocce the Rock for the best director. Okay. Damn.
Moving on to best character design. I feel like pretty much all of these have very, very unique character designs. Like Chainsaw Man has really unique character designs.
Hell's Paradise really does stand out, like especially with the villains that they're fighting and that, like they really just like quite horror-esque.
How do we feel about the Star Eyes, guys? Oh my god, it's the new age of Lelouch, guys. It's the new age of Lelouch. What I'm going to give this to is Trigun Stampede. Number one, because not enough people watched Trigun Stampede. It was
so good.
Also, purely Vash's design by himself was one of the reasons why I picked up Trigun in the first place. He just has such a cool design. His design is insane. But also, I liked what Studio Orange did with their designs as well. Everyone was fucking complaining about his hairstyle. Everyone was complaining about all of the micro changes. And then you reach the end of the season and you're like, oh, okay, that's why they did all those changes. Oh, so I'm gonna give this one to.
Hey, Trigun Stampede was boss. I really enjoyed
animation.
it. Okay, Demon Slayer's on there, isn't it? I was gonna say, where is it? Yeah. Oh, best animation. JJK's on there. Like, this is difficult. What? How are you meant to choose? Oh, the face says it all. Oh my god, because JJK was phenomenal. I don't know. I'm not doing it. I can't choose. I can't choose. Yeah.
Okay, before we go on to the obvious ones, shout out to Studio Orange. They keep continually.
It was great. This shot was phenomenal. The way it just keeps going in one freaking camera shot. Wow.
What you can do with a 3D anime. One big improvement I saw with Trigun Stampede was not just their action animation, but just like how they do the small micro expressions, those small little moments that just bring so much more character to your animation. This one, to me, is between Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 and Mob Psycho.
Okay.
I think Mob just edges this out.
Cool.
Mob, to me, has always stood out as just a passion project by its animators. I think the passion of all of the collective animators working on Mob Psycho, you could see how much they put into this and how much they cared. Best original anime, it's Gundam. I had my problems with the end.
No. Oh, okay. Oh, he's mentioning it. He's mentioning it. Oh my god, come on.
I think the ending was a little bit rushed.
It was awful. The ending was awful, you could say it.
But for like a good 80 to 90% of this, I freaking love this show so much.
Alright, wow. I've said in the last how many videos I'm like, I want him to address the ending for Witch from Mercury, but okay, cool.
This is what made me really, really want to go back and watch more Gundams, man. Last few ones. Best film. I watched one film this year, and it was Suzume. I'm not gonna.
I wanted to see Suzume, man. Oh, do you know, I need to see the Black Clover movie as well. Apparently, we're getting more Black Clover coming back, guys. That's going to be cool. The first Slam Dunk as well. That was meant to be really cool.
I'm voting this one. I've heard amazing things about the first Slam Dunk, and also Kaguya, and also Blue Giant. Unfortunately, I just haven't gotten around to watching them. I really enjoyed Suzume. I respect that Shinkai tried to do something different. There was one moment I didn't like about Suzume. I feel like the romance in this didn't really make sense. Best new series.
Ooh. What we got? Oh.
I
want to see the others. I need to see the nominations.
Sweep, is it?
Soup out.
I think
Right. What we got? Chainsaw Man, have illusions on 100. Out of all these, best new. I'd give it to Hell's Paradise. I would give it to Hell's Paradise.
Chainsaw Man's still cooking. Oshinoko was great as well. Really loved Oshinoko. I think I liked Bocce the Rock a little bit more, but I really liked Heavenly Delusion. But I really enjoyed Bocce as well. Oh, you know what? I haven't voted Heavenly Delusion, and I think it needs more representation. This is a fucking amazing show, and
See, me personally, I've not seen it like these, but if you were to like throw, I think I accidentally said something similar to what you say to activate your iPhone to make it. No, I don't want to open Apple Music. Right, that was weird. If you were to throw a DVD of all these down and say you have to watch one, I'd put Hell's Paradise on.
we voted botchy enough. Best continuing series. I mean, this is it's untouched. Vinland is just untouched with what it has done and the developments it has had on the first season. This completely changed tones. This completely did something different. I thought people were going to hate the Farmland arc.
Because see, I've not read the manga, so like when everyone was like, "Oh, Farm Simulator anime, can't wait," I was like, "What are they talking about?" But then it happened, and it was brilliant, and I loved it.
And it seems like everyone has just loved it.
Yeah.
Vinland Saga Season 2 for me. Which leaves us to anime
of the year. Here we
This
go.
was an incredible year for anime. But when a masterpiece comes along, you gotta recognize
Vinland Saga, man.
You got to recognize
Vinland
it.
Saga.
I think Vinland Saga in general is a masterpiece.
Phenomenal.
And the character drama and developments in Vinland Saga Season 2 is a masterpiece. To me, there's not really any competition for that.
No, straight up.
That was it for the anime awards for my favorite and best of categories in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. But it's the Anime Awards. My vote doesn't mean anything. I know Jujutsu Kaisen and probably Attack on Titan is going to sweep the awards this year. If I have one wish, it's that Vinland Saga Season 2 actually wins Anime of the Year.
That'd be amazing if it
That would be
does.
the biggest W. That's all I want. I don't even care if Demon Slayer wins Best Fantasy anymore. I don't even care. As long as Vinland Saga wins Anime of the Year and Reagan wins Best Supporting Character.
Hell
Let's go back
yes.
to this. I just realized. Eminence in Shadow? That would have been
where's that?
on the easiest.
Oh,
version.
mate, what the hell?
No one in Crunchyroll watching Eminence in Shadow. God damn it! Come on, man. Eminence in Shadow should be best comedy. Oh, you're so right.
That's so right as well. It should be in the comedy. It should be in the animation. It should be in the fantasy.
Maybe I should have accepted the judge position for Crunchyroll Awards, so there would have been at least one person who watches Isekai. But that's been it from me for today. I've been Gigguk, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Since the Shibuya arc was eligible for next year. Wait, let's pause this on this. Since the Shibuya arc was eligible for next year, Jujutsu Kaisen swept the 2025 award show to predictably Freeland lost Best Fantasy yet another season of Demon Slayer. Those two are the only nominated titles not produced by Studio Mappa, which now creates 90% of the anime industry output. That's buzz. That's funny. Subscribe for more. Wow. Oh, that was fun. That was interesting. I hope Reagan does get best support, and I hope that Vinland Saga does get best anime, because, yeah, phenomenal stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, let's just hope Demon Slayer just doesn't just sweep everything up. But again, like I said, it's funny that I'm trying to be like, ooh, Demon Slayer, but then I want to go to the cinema next week. We have to go see the the Demon Slayer screening. But yeah. Thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video and to be able to watch patron exclusive reactions, link is in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask for, so that's greatly appreciated. Thank you for that, and thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know what I should watch and discuss in future videos. See you guys next time.